Just wanted to introduce myself. Like, my name is Dragana Popovic, and I've been with the office about 6.5 years. And that's ever since I got my license. Actually, I went to real estate school at the office, and then I got into a mentorship program. And I've decided to stay, and I've loved the office very, very much. Always appreciated so much the camaraderie, like at the office, like all of the agents being really approachable, helpful, always there, like to bounce back ideas, to get some feedback, advice from even, like the agents that have been in the business for 10, 20 years, like, and we're in the field and working with clients every single day. You would be surprised by, that, like some situation you might experience like in next couple of months, like they've never experienced, and, like, and they, like, they might not even know about it. So it's always good to build a strong relationships with your fellow realtors, and be there for them, and also reach out whenever you guys have any questions. And trust me, you will have many, especially in this first year or two. I've also been on the ALC, which stands, like short for Agent Leadership Council, and I very much enjoy being part of it and participating on the high level in the office, helping Joey and the rest of our wonderful staff with everything from this Ignite training to, like planning our budget, like doing improvements, listening to, like all the suggestions from you guys, how we can always improve it, and making sure that we adapt, especially in this, still not back to normal circumstances around us. So anyway, like, can you like briefly introduce yourself, because I have not had a chance to meet you yet.
Well, who's gonna start? Me or Ashley? We are only two people, right?
Yeah,
Only
you can go
two
ahead
as
first.
of right now.
You Ashley want to start or me?
Sure, I can go.
Go
My name's
ahead.
Ashley. I just joined Keller Williams Larchmont at the end or beginning of July 2021. I'm fully employed at UCLA Medical Center, so I'm kind of working on transitioning myself out of there and into real estate. So I've just been trying to dabble in as many of the trainings as possible as I get my feet up on the ground.
Great. And what kind of work do you do at UCLA Medical Center?
Yeah, we do hospital operations. So basically like administration, business operations here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, welcome to, like real estate. And
Thank you.
I know it's tough in the beginning, like, and when you're transitioning from a different career, and especially, like in situation like most of us, that you have to work, like still work and make money on the other job while, like you are starting a new career, and there's so much to learn, and, like, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But, like one of the things that I want you to take this class, apart from what we will be covering, I just always remember how it was for me, like in the very beginning, and how overwhelming it all seemed like. And there was like information coming from all the sides. There were like emails coming from everywhere. I was like, what do I do? Like first, I just want you to remember in the first, especially in the first year, you just need to, like tune out the noise and concentrate on two things. One is education, and the second one is lead generation. So like just these things, like everything else is noise and can wait, but concentrate on any opportunity to learn, like about the business, so that you can also build yourself, like your confidence, and know what you're talking about, and actually learn how to be a good agent to your clients. And another thing is lead generate every single day. Use every opportunity, like, and reach out to your friends, to the family, anybody you meet, let them know about this great and exciting new career and how you are excited about it, and ask them to support you. Don't be afraid to ask for business and take on the business, because you like, even though you have no idea what you're doing, you are part of an amazing office. You guys are probably part of the like coaching and mentorship program at the office. There's also, like all of us around here, if you have questions, like we will help you, like we will make sure you're doing everything correctly, that and that how to take on the client and how to bring them to the closing and close and make that first and second and third check, and hopefully more.
Yeah. Thank you for
How
that.
about you, Safwan?
Well, I'm uh, I'm originally from Tunisia. I don't know if you know where is that. It's North Africa,
Of
next to
course I do.
Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I speak Arabic and French, and there is a lot of people I know that want to buy houses. They speak the same language, so I was like, why don't I just take a license and take care of them? Yeah. So that's it. I have a small transportation business. It's like small limo business. It's been
Mm-hmm.
good for the last 5 years, but now the last year was really bad.
Yeah,
Last year
I'm
was
sure you were affected by COVID a lot.
yes. So I'm doing this real estate business to see what happens. I think I'm good with people, and it's not
That's
that.
most important.
Yeah.
Like it's important to be
Yeah.
personable,
Yeah. Exactly.
to care, to know
Yeah.
how to listen to people. And I'm sure that you are used to listening to people. You used to
Yes.
be like driving around and hearing all kinds of stories.
Yes. All
So
different
that's
kinds
the
of
most
people.
important thing, like that,
Yeah.
like your clients feel heard, that they feel understood, that they have someone who is going to be holding their hand through that process. And then once they trust you, you're like, it's all going to be so much easier. You can have all the knowledge and experience in the world, if you don't have good people skills,
Yeah.
this is
It's
not a
all like,
business.
yeah,
Like, this
if
is
they
not a
if they
business for
like you
you.
or they don't like you, that's it.
Yeah.
It comes
Yeah.
down to they feel good with you or they don't.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly. And like in this business, like we're dealing with people who are in one of the most extreme and stressful situations in their their lives. They're usually financially stretched one way or another, either if they're selling or if they're buying. Being in a market as it is today is scary, like especially for buyers, because
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard from everybody around there about all of the multiple offer situation, like bidding wars and everything else. And it's normal that people feel very insecure. They're afraid, they are overpaying, they are just about to, spend all their life savings, and
Yeah.
invest into something that's going to cost them in LA, likely $1 million or more, all right around there. So it's like a big, huge purchase. It's a big decision. It's a game changer for them, for their families. So it's
Yeah.
important that we understand that we can support them through that process, and that also we know our job, so that we can be good advisors to them.
Yeah.
So wonderful, like very nice to meet you as well, and just use whatever whichever field you come from. Like for example, like Ashley coming from like business side of things, like overseeing like the operations of like a major like company, being accustomed to looking at statistics and just making sense of them. Like for you, like stuff when like having like probably some type of database of your previous clients, and having contacts, using your advantage of speaking other languages, so that you can really be helpful to people who don't speak English like well, or who come from from
Yeah.
your old countries or from many other countries that speak both of your, like other languages.
Yeah.
That's a huge advantage. And like that can make a big difference on, like on some level.
Yeah. I think even if you feel like you, you feel like culturally you're the same, there is that extra plus for them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
They trust you,
absolutely.
like they give you at least the benefit of the doubt. Like this guy, he's one of us. Let's give him a shot. You know what I mean? There is a plus.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, well, that sounds great. So, as I'm sure Joey, and like you just started the Ignite, and please try to make it, like try to make it a habit, if at all possible, just to be on in these classes every day, and to follow them in the order that they are presented, because like all of the material has been put like in a meaningful order, and it's going to be easier for you just to follow the material from one class to like another, to connect things, and like and understand the whole process from many different sides. The goal of Ignite, like, and like Spark, is for agents to get their first appointment within 2 weeks, and to like to set you up to signing your first contracts like in next month or so. And like, so like stick with us. The great thing about Ignite and how we do it at our office is that all the classes are taught by different top producing agents who have been successful in their careers, and each of us brings something else to the table. And you will probably respond to like some of us more than to the others based on your personal like background, style, like way of communication and everything else. And it's always great just to hear so many different points of views, and how this job can be done many different ways, but also recognize what is the same for all of us. And this is one of the things that this class is about. So establishing the right habits and daily activities from the very beginning is like very important for your whole real estate like career. Here's a secret to being a successful real estate agent. There is absolutely no secret. It's very easy to track and you like success, and like how agents have like gotten there, and we pretty much know exactly what successful agents do every day and what needs to be done in order for you to become successful every like as well. Every day agents do two types of activities. They run their business, and they also grow their business. And like, I'm pretty sure you've already covered this like yesterday, like, and also like in Joy's opening class, like things that we do to run our business. Like if we have the currently listings, we market our sellers listing. If we have buyer clients, we show them the properties. If and when they're ready to put an offer, or the seller to accept offers, like we help them negotiate different contracts. We are on top of transaction management of every transaction all the way to the closing. We manage vendors. We set our own personal goals. Like we make sure that we are in compliance, and that like all of the needed paperwork is submitted for every transaction. We also learn every day. Let me tell you this, every single day in this business, you'll learn something. And to this day, I always say that, like every day every meeting, every open house, every conversation with the buyer, every conversation with another agent, I always learn something new and appreciate that and share that like wealth of knowledge that you have. You know, like apart from attending different trainings so that we can also learn more or just refresh on some of the material that was previously learned. And, we get coached as well, like we manage our money. But in addition to all of these activities that are part of running our business, like it is very important that every day we also do activities to make sure that our business grows. Main activity is lead generate for buyers and sellers. Once we get the leads, once we schedule listing and buyer presentations, we work on making these presentations, getting ready, learning everything we need to, so that when we come to that meeting and presentation, we're well informed, we're professional, we know what we are talking about, and again, can be good advisors and agents to our clients. In addition to all of that, we also preview real estate, and that's a nice thing. As of a couple of months ago, like for a full year or so, we did not have brokers caravans, and so it was very difficult most of the time. Like we would also see the properties for the very first time only when we would go to the showing with our clients. Now that caravans are back, and I strongly encourage you, whenever you can, use Tuesdays between 11 and 2 if you're free. Ashley, for example, will probably not be able to go like on Tuesdays during the day because like she's still working her full-time job. But then, just check out what's happening on Saturdays and Sundays. And even if you don't have the clients currently, make it a priority to go during open house hours and check out different listings. You will learn so much about the market. Like you will get to meet the other agents, start building those relationships. You will learn about the market. You will learn about the values. You will learn about how a staging affects a listing. You will see how these agents market these listings. You will overhear the conversations they're having with the buyers that are visiting and with the other agents. So there's so much to learn. So I encourage you to use the time from 11 to 2 on Tuesdays, and then open houses on Sundays for sure, and in many cases on Saturdays from 1 to 4 or 2 to 5, just depending on the season. And go out there in the field and see what's offered out there and what people are looking for. And it's also nice to follow a listing from the time that it was listed, and then check out again a month later to see what that listing closed for, so that you can also see if you will develop instincts on how to figure out what are the right market values, what are the pricing strategies, and how they work for these parties in the very end. So today we are going to be focusing on scripts and why it's important to learn and internalize scripts that will help you in all facets of the business, from lead generation to getting to a closed transaction. There's so many different opportunities, there's so many scripts that are available, and they can apply to anything from as I mentioned, from the lead generation to using them during seller listing presentations, and the presentations to buyers while you're showing the houses to the buyers, while you're preparing the offers, negotiating contracts, and like during the whole like transaction management all the way up to the closing. Apart from this, like one of the main purpose of scripts, like in this case in real estate, is to uncover motivations of your clients, to be able to identify their like objections and be able to address them in a timely manner. You will also build confidence, and you will speak in terms that the customer will understand. This will help you, like your business, to grow. You will be able to control the conversation by using purposeful language that helps you get to the end point. It will help you initially communicate your value. Once you have internalized scripts, you can add your own value proposition, which will help lead generation efforts and also lead to, in the end, to close deals. When I say that scripts help you uncover motivations from either buyers or sellers and identify any objections that may have, it's so important. Oftentimes, like, we are not hearing or seeing the clues that are coming from, like our clients, and not addressing something that's causing anxiety for them, that's making them feel insecure. And if it's not properly addressed, like from the very beginning, like you're going to be dealing with a client that's going to feel insecure, and it's going to be much harder to control, like during the course of like working with them. And they will sometimes maybe make decisions, like that are not the wisest from them. You will, like, this scripts will also allow you to have a rehearsed response that delivers a powerful message in a way that your client will best understand. And they will also allow you to ask questions in a way that your clients will be able to quickly share the information that you need in order to serve them better. And most importantly, script will help you, like gain confidence. Like oftentimes, like especially when you're in the meeting with the client, like if you don't know the scripts and if you don't have your answers ready, you're going to be more concentrated on like trying to figure out what you're going to say next than actually listening to what your client is saying, which like will then make you miss very important signs and information from them. Did you let me just see which page of the do you guys have your student manuals open for this class?
Student manuals, is that on command or what?
Let me
I found it in the connect section in the KW.
Hold on, like let me just see. I might be able to put it in the chat so that you can open it.
I think I just put the link in the chat to the course materials.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And participants guide. I have it ready, so I'll just put it in the chat session here. So it's like it's uploading. Do you guys see it in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So So for example, you like, let's say like you are, like you're at, like you're somewhere like in a store, and you like, you hear the salesperson say, did you find everything you were looking for? Go ahead, look around, and please let me know if I can help you. Or you like, they will see that you're maybe like checking out the screen, like TV, big screen TV, and they might say like, I see you admiring that big screen TV. Are you maybe looking to get one for this big game this like weekend? So I'm sure that you have heard this, like when you went shopping, like before. Like these are all the scripts like that salespeople like use, like, and like that's the way for them to find out like what you're looking for and how they can best help you. Like we have in real estate, we have real estate related scripts, and like all the phrases in these scripts that are real estate focused are only successful when really combined with your knowledge of the industry. So like, in addition to learning the scripts, again, you need to learn, like the market and so many things like about everything, so that you can combine and ultimately make these scripts your, like your own. All of these scripts should really be like 100% customer oriented and really benefit the clients like throughout the whole conversation. And like being genuine is very important, because you want to come through as genuine. Like you don't want to sound like too salesy. And that's why it's important to practice these scripts, like, and make them their own, so that they will feel not natural, and people will not recognize like this like sales language, or think like that you're being like fake, or like, and that like you will feel like it does not sound like you. We often, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have a question. So the script, I mean, you still have to be yourself, right? You cannot like read it like word by word. It's not going to be spontaneous, right?
Absolutely. But that's why it's important to read the scripts and to practice them until they really like become your own. And you can slightly change them, because like the same language is not going to work for everyone. And sometimes like the same language is not going to work for the same agent in different situation or with different clients. Like that's like also something that you bring like to this, like your own personality and how you present things. But in order to be on the level that you can really apply it like in different ways, you really need to learn and practice this script, like, so that they become just your second nature, and you will just pull them. You will recognize a situation that you need to like apply a certain script, and you just pull it because you practice it many times before, and it will feel right.
Yes.
So the scripts build confidence also in your job ability. As I said before, they allow you and help you to stay focused on the conversation and in the present moment. And they also allow for consistency in what is being said, and then the actions like that we take as like our clients' agents. It's very important to remind you that communication isn't what you think you are saying. It's about what somebody actually hears on the other end. Scripts allow agents to have these rehearsed responses that do deliver a powerful message. again, in a way that the client will best understand, or it can allow you to ask powerful questions in a way that will be able to quickly, like they will be able to quickly share the information, like that the clients need, so we can better serve them. Have you, like, I'm curious, like if you have, like in your previous jobs, like if you've had some experience of like using some type of script.
In my current job, yeah, we had a little bit of practice with a script just when we were opening up our COVID-19 command center. And so we had to like triage all of the issues that the doctors and nurses and hospital staff had. And so we kind of had to go along with the script to triage those calls. But it was more towards like problem solving as opposed to trying to like, they were very forthcoming with what they wanted, of course. So it wasn't necessarily as nuanced.
And do you feel like that the scripts, were beneficial and help you in what you were doing like at the time? Or
oh, definitely in the beginning, especially because I had never worked in a command center, and I knew that it was a very serious matter with like COVID. So that was really helpful because I felt like I didn't really know what I was talking about in the beginning.
Exactly. And then, like after you start like using the scripts, like, did you notice that then, you just become more relaxed in a conversation, then you can add a little bit of your own angle to all of that,
Totally.
but it just builds your confidence, so much.
Yeah, for sure.
And and how about like you, like Savan, like did I'm sure you had your scripts of like how to start the conversation with the client, make them comfortable while they're riding with you, or
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a social script, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to, I don't know, so you have to read the customer. It's like a relationship between you and the customer. So sometimes people that want to talk, sometimes people that just want to be private. It's more like, it's not like a linguistic script. You know what I mean? It's like a relationship script. You come up with your own. Every client, every rider has a different situation.
yeah.
You know?
But there's something like at the very beginning, I'm sure that you can use just to see where you're gonna start, and then see where you go, where that it's gonna take you. And and it's the most important thing is for you to understand that what the benefit of asking the right questions, instead of just telling clients what they need to do, and so forth. You want to also make sure the way how you're responding, and while you're listening to them, you want to make sure that you actually show your client that you are truly listening. And you can do that by your by using a proper body language, also repeating some of the things, because they might be talking for a while and they might be like, oh, I'm not getting anything back. Definitely want to pay attention and to let them know, and that they're being heard. And you're going to be using body language, and you're also going to be using different tone of voice and these conversations. And I see that Stacy has joined us. Hi, Stacy.
Hello, everybody.
Stacy's been in our office for a few years, and I'm sure that Stacy has a vast experience of using real estate scripts. What's your experience, Stacy?
Actually, Dragana, I do it more part-time. So my experience is more in storytelling for production, because I still work for that film director. So with real estate, I more meet with my friends. So it is a lot of listening and making sure to quell their anxiety. Because right now, some of my friends are looking to leave California altogether, and this is their retirement. Is basically the sale of their home that's appreciated so much in value.
Exactly. And again, it's all who are you talking to? But it's always important that you listen that you process, and then you address exactly what they have questions about or what's causing them anxiety. More than half of the time that we spend with our clients, we're actually holding their hand to the process. We're being there like therapists. And we understand that they are stressed, whatever it, and most of the time it's going to be related to their like finances, which are causing them either to either have to sell or have to move to a smaller property, or hopefully move to a bigger property, or having to sell because they like many people have been doing in LA, the cost of living is so high here, and people are looking for other options. People are moving to Arizona, people are moving to Texas, people are moving to Idaho. Or at the same time, you have a lot of people who are coming to LA from New York, from the Bay Area, from San Francisco. There are stories connected to every single one of these moves, or to anybody needing to buy and sell. And by asking the right questions, we want to know exactly what their motivation is, what their timeline is, by when do they need to buy, by when do they need to sell, how motivated are they, because these are all the very important factors coming up with the right strategy for them. If someone needs to sell the house and need to be out quickly, there's one pricing strategy that we're going to use. And then if someone is not that motivated and just wants to test the market and see what it is, and they're convinced, maybe they want to start at a high, this, all kinds of possibilities, but we really need to get to the bottom and find out what their real needs are and motivations, like time, and who all is there to make these decisions, and whose concerns or questions we need to understand.
Dragana, I have a question for you, actually. So I recently had buyers. They were my friends. I showed them around for 9 months. Unfortunately, they kept getting beat out by cash offers. So they finally had to give up because they were adopting a youth in foster care and wanted to be in Culver City. What I didn't realize in the beginning, because they're my friends, so we just socially started going out, is they only had 5% down. Do you ask that question in a buyer's consultation? And do you tell people it's going to be a rough road with that little amount of money down?
Well, one of the first things that I discuss with the buyer clients is about getting pre-approved.
They did get pre-approved. Jason pre-approved them, so they were pre-approved. So I just assumed that they were in good shape. I didn't realize it was only they were pre-approved with 5%.
Yeah, and it's and that's why you do want to stay on top of it. So most of the buyers, when they start working with you, majority of them have not spoken to a lender. And most of them don't even know a lender. They have no idea, they might have an idea what they would qualify for or get pre-approved. Some of them don't. So it's a big part of my initial conversation with buyer clients to, to find out actually what their purchase power is. And that's the combination of them getting pre-approved and you knowing exactly what their pre-approval looks like and what their purchasing power is like, because you have to know, you have to be equipped with this knowledge in order to come up with the right strategy which is very important in every single one of our conversations with clients, to set up the right expectations. Because if they don't have the right expectations, they're gonna get disappointed so many times. We don't want disappointed clients. It's a hard balance, to set up the right expectations, make them be realistic and not scared at the same time. You always have to make sure they know you're gonna be there advising them. But it's correct to set up the right expectation, especially in the market as it is today. And so they're not wasting their time and getting disappointing, and you're not, and you're not either. And even like sometimes, like some clients, like there is some types of loans, like even with 5 or 10%, there are still, they still seem like a very strong candidates and they can work, but they maybe need to make up on like another side. Maybe, you can advise them about like giving up appraisal contingency, or whatever needs to be in order for them to be competitive. But you want to connect with their lender, you want to see their pre-approval, and you want to know what they're working with, because that's how you best going to structure your offer, when the time comes, going forward.
Great, thanks. Yeah, it was a little confusing because they were pre-approved and we did know the number for it, but the 5% just made it, in this market, as you know, made them not very competitive.
Yeah, but speak to the lender, because sometimes it's going to happen. There is, certain professions, maybe there's some people who work in medical field, they have access to very specific loans with very little down payment, yet they're super strong candidates and will likely close with no problems. So it's very important to understand your clients, lending, the whole picture, and to have the conversation with their lenders, so that also when you're making the offer, you can make the connection between the listing agent and the lender and make sure that how you're presenting your clients is in line with what the lender is going to say about your clients, as well. So
thank you.
Absolutely. Anyway, Harley would just notify me that she was able to find a video that I would love you to see. So Carly, do you want to play it now?
Sure. Yeah, I can play now. I'll screen share. Just a moment.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear it? I can't hear nothing.
I can't hear it either, Carly.
There is no sound.
Okay. Just a moment. Okay, sound is up. I don't know why you can't hear it. Oh, maybe I have to play it out loud on my computer. Just a moment. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this.
Perfect. Let's fingers crossed.
Hi, I'm Jeff Glover.
Can you hear it?
And I'm going to tell you the top 5 things
perfect.
that you
Thank
need
you.
to know. Okay. Step 1, you're going to need to get your scripts from a top agent at the office, your team leader, a maths coach, or of course, Keller Williams University. Step 2, we're going to need to do a total transformation of, instead of talking and telling, of asking questions. Selling isn't telling. Selling is asking a series of questions that leads to desired response. So instead of talking so much, we need to get in the habit of asking questions. And asking questions gives us control of the conversation. Control of the conversation gives us our ultimate outcome, which is an appointment set or closing. Step 3, we need to listen with good intention. Well, what I mean by that is we need to listen to their answers instead of just listening to them talk and asking another question that comes to mind. For example, instead of asking a seller where they're moving to and then going on to the next question, how soon would you like to be there? Ask them, where are you moving to? And when they give you a response, ask them, what takes you there? Step 4 in becoming better at scripts is we need to learn to mimic, mirror, and match the prospect. What I mean by that is we have to listen to their tone of voice. We have to speed up or slow down based on how fast the prospect is talking. That means when they respond and say, we're moving to Toledo. Oh, Toledo, that's exciting. What takes you there? 93% of communication is body language and tonality. And that means only 7% are the words that we say or the questions that we ask. Step 5, we need to take these 5 points and practice them daily. If you think of NFL teams, they practice 50, 60 hours on the practice field for a 1-hour game. Our game is our presentations and our appointments, and we need to practice daily everything that we've learned every single day before we meet with our clients. When it comes to scripts, my biggest aha is that everybody has their own scripts. We're pre-programmed to have scripts, and we're talking and asking questions that are scripted. However, what we found is that most of our own scripts are no good. And so we have to learn the right scripts, the right questions to maintain control of the conversation. Thanks for watching KW Connect. Make it a great day.
The dog has his own script too, huh?
Yeah, hold on just for a quick second. The mailman is here. Sorry about that. Okay, so you've seen the video and kind of like like which speaks about the things that we've gone over already. And I would love you, if you can, to turn to the page 7 in your participant guide. There is an exercise on how you can practice scripts, and there is a set of 6 steps of the process for memorization of scripts. And you can try it the way how it's suggested here. And again, or you might have your own ways of how you're going to, read, repeat, say it, and and practice it. And thank you, Carly. So they're suggesting that you read the first sentence of the script out loud 5 times. And try to engage everything, like your eyes, your voice, and your entire body. Like they love you to repeat the same sentence 5 times, now with a smile on your face, and to pay attention and to notice a difference in your tonality when you say it with a smile. You can try standing in front of the mirror. You can watch your body language as you repeat your script. They would love you to read the second line of the script now, out loud 10 times while smiling, and then try to say that script from the memory. After that, the suggestion is to put the script down, don't look at it, and from memory, recite the first 2 sentences out 10 times with a smile. And then if you make a mistake, then to start from the beginning. Any way you do it, either if you apply this method or you have your own, I think it's always such a great thing to try to do this in front of the mirror so that you can be aware of how you appear. And it's a great thing that we nowadays have our phones, and maybe you want to record yourself and practice that script, say it out loud, using the right body language and right tone, and present it in a right way, and then play it and really see and experience how you appear to others, which will make you realize if and what you want to work on and slightly change. so that you feel like you mastered it and you're delivering in the way how you'd like it to be delivered. You just want to practice it, like to the point that like these scripts become natural, your second nature, and instead of having to think about what to say next, you'll be able to listen to how your customer is responding and take that conversation wherever it needs to be, like by asking additional questions, but still be in control and to control it so that it does not last forever. And then, like you just don't go somewhere off, like off the track, and that you can, like finish your presentations, you can finish your appointments in a timely manner, because you want to keep it, you want to keep it tight. You want to keep it, close to to the script, so that you're most successful in gathering all the information that you need in order to continue working with them and recognize better what their needs are and how you need to address them. So, if I would like to share a script with you, and I will post it in the chat. Hold on just for 1 second. Can you open that script that's in the chat? You guys see the file?
Not yet.
Perfect. Like Carly, so Carly, you were able to see it and open it?
Yeah, I was able to open it. I had to save it first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you open it, Ashley, now?
I can see it on the screen here.
Okay. Can you possibly read the like the second script? And you can use like whatever, like the name of your friend, or the name of of your client.
Which one? The first section?
So this the second one that says,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I know you refer a lot of people to me. Would you do me a favor?
Oh, okay. Hi, Bob. I know you refer a lot of people to me. Would you do me a favor? Whenever someone says we're looking for a good agent, and I know you're good about saying Bill is the best, would you just say to them, I've got the greatest agent? And would you then just say, I'm just going to call her with your name and number and ask her to call you. Let me tell you why I'm requesting this, Bob. If they are just handed a name and number, they'll misplace it. I know I would. Then an opportunity will present itself to them, like an open house or a builder, and they will start working with an agent or a builder representative without ever meeting me. I would love to call them, introduce myself, and give them a chance to make their own decision.
Thank you so much. So, you'll be let's say this is a script you might be using down the line. It might be you might be using it with a friend, right now, you're at the beginning of, most of you are at the very beginning of your career, and you're going to be making these calls and letting your database, your closest friends and the other people you have either done business with or have been friends for a long time, and letting them know like about what you're doing right now, that you're excited about this new career, and let them know that you're there to help them, and ask them to think about you when, you know, like anybody mentions that they are like thinking about buying or selling, you know, like, or leasing. And you know, like, so this is an example of a script that you want to use to make sure that when there is a lead that they are aware of, that not only they're going to recommend you, but they're going to go a step further and make sure that you get that person's name and phone number, and you can personally reach out to them. Because you know, like many times, just like the script mentions, you know, like someone is gonna be like, oh my God, like Ashley is the great girl. I've known her forever. You know, like I had experience of working with her on something else. She's doing real estate right now, and she's very excited about this. Like, and she has like great support at her like office. She's working with an amazing mentor. She's gonna take the best possible care of you. And you know, like the you know, like just gonna say like she's just starting, she's hungry, like she's going to you know, like take so much more care of you than some other like super busy like experienced real estate agents, and you need to contact her. But instead of just giving Ashley's name to that person and letting there be a chance that this person is going to lose that like business card, lose their information, or might meet someone else at the next open house or through another friend, like you want them to go a step further, and you want them to actually give you that leads information, you know, like contact information and the name, so that you can make sure that you follow up with that lead and make it happen, and don't lose that opportunity. And most of the time, you know, like you will have to explain to people exactly what you need them to do for you. Don't think that people, just because they're like your good friends, that they're going to recommend you to somebody else, unless you ask them specifically to think of you and to recommend you, or do whatever you need them to do. You like, they will not remember it themselves. So like make sure to really spell that and let them know what exactly you want them to do. So this script, for example, is like very good at addressing it and like making you think of something that you might not be thinking about. Like I remember at the very beginning, like when I was starting, I would get like really sometimes upset, like if I would know that some really good friend of mine, even though they know that, you know, like what I'm now doing, did not recommend me, might have recommended someone else or decided to go with someone else. But then I realized, like, did I really have that conversation with them? Did I really explain to them what I'm doing? Did I really address all of their possible objections or fears connected to me being at the very beginning of this career and not having much experience? Because that's exactly what's going to be on their mind. So you really want to anticipate what they might be thinking or what their fears might be connected to, and you want to address it so that they will feel more comfortable and you know, like more ready to recommend you, which is what you want at this point right now.
Well, I'm offering everybody like $1,000 if they give me a lead and I close it, because everything is money here. You know, some friends, they don't think about it, but if you tell them like, I'm gonna give you $1,000 if I close the deal, you know, and they're like, okay, it sounds good, you know. I don't know if
But
it's a
again,
good way.
like make sure, because you know, like they're gonna be like recommending you, they need to know, you know, like why they're recommending you, because the other
Yeah.
people that you are being recommended will have these possible fears, and you want them to, you know,
Yeah.
like to understand it like as well, and you want them to feel good about recommending you like as well. So it's not only like in promising like a reward, you also have to address again their possible questions or concerns, And if you offer some type of a reward, you know, like I'm sure that's going to be a great incentive for them to think about you. But if they're thinking like in their head, like, yes, I would love to really recommend him, but like he probably does not know what he's doing. Like he was just driving a limo like until 2 months ago, you know, like that might be, you know, like they might not feel comfortable recommending you, and someone else who might be, you know, like more experienced might be offering them something else. Yeah. So just always be clear and think ahead of what they might be thinking and address, you know, like what might be their objections.
Actually, they asked me that. It's like you just started, and then who's gonna do the job? I'm like the broker. I work for a broker, and they're gonna help me do it from start to begin, from beginning to like to the end. You know.
So tell them, like, make sure that you're like with, you know, like you're with an amazing office that offers amazing education, that you know, like you're learning so much every single day, and you have a dedicated, you know, like agent, like coach or agent, you know, like that is working with you and that would be overlooking, you know, like your transactions at all time and making sure that, like, they get best possible representation and they get the best possible deal out of it, because that's what their ultimate motivation is. And again, don't forget that, you know, like you are helping people either spend or sell, you know, like $1 million plus or minus. It's a lot, and it's a huge responsibility. And you want to take your job responsibly, like, and you want others to understand how responsibly you're taking your job, and that you would make sure that absolutely everything is done to best represent them and best advise them.
Correct. Yes.
So, and you know, like, again, it's very important to make learning and practicing scripts your daily, you know, like activity, and to dedicate whatever it is, like 15 minutes, like half an hour if you can, you know, like, and probably in the beginning when you don't know any scripts, like you will be spending a little bit more time. But like, I recommend that you find a script partner, like, and it would be good to have someone possibly from this particular group, because, you know, like, let's say, like, you know, like, so when, like, our Ashley, if you guys are just starting right now, you're like probably like on the same level, you're going to be experiencing similar questions and similar conversations with your buyer. You're like, maybe you want to start practicing, you might want to set up a time like every day or every other day and do it like for 15 minutes and see how it goes. Like maybe you'll meet someone else like at the office, or, you know, like or wherever it is. But find someone that you can start this process, because it's going to be so helpful. Like, other people will be great to give you, you know, like some feedback on, you know, like how you're appearing. It's going to be much easier than just doing it by yourself, because you'll have someone on the other side that's going to be able to respond to you like differently, so that you can take that conversation in many different ways. You like,
I'm down for it.
Yeah, like make it your daily habit, and try to time block like 15 minutes each day to practicing a script. And especially now that we have, you know, like Zoom, that we have, you know, like FaceTime, and, you know, like all of these like different platforms, you can easily do it, you know, like virtually, and still it can feel like very real, because, you know, like, also, like many of your clients you're going to be meeting in person, some of them you're going to be meeting through, you know, like through like Zoom, you know, like either all the time or for part of the, you know, like for part of every transaction. I wanted to, you know, like just kind of see if you guys have any particular questions in regards to what we have spoken about. If you have any of your own like personal ahas, like while talking about all of this and just remembering some situations when you feel like it could have been more beneficial had you known like some scripts, or like if like I would love to like get your feedback, like what you think about scripts and the practicing and everything going like forward.
I think it's great. I think it'll be super helpful just because since I don't know that much at all, it'll help me just kind of like project a sense of knowing to potential clients. So that's super helpful.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like again, it's like just like in any, like in medicine, like a doctor learns anatomy before they work with patients, like, so
Yeah.
like, for example, like we need to learn the scripts, like to prepare to have meaningful conversations with our clients. Again, be able to control the conversation, like using powerful and purposeful language, and that helps you to get to the end point, like to open and close a transaction. It very importantly at this point of your career, it will like end going like forward, it will help you communicate your value to them. And that like you will see like during the course of Ignite, you will develop your own value proposition, which will help lead generation efforts and lead you to close deals. And you will see like your value proposition right now at the very beginning of the career is going to be different than it will be like in a year, or like after you close a few deals, or in a couple of years. And this value proposition will always like slightly change as you gain more experience like in the process, and like can bring other things to fortify like that value. So for example, like right now, like you really do not have the experience in real estate, like transactions, working with clients and closing deals, like, but in a few years after you close like so many transactions, you will be able to use that, and like as something that's very attractive to the buyers. Right now, you really want to highlight what you can stand behind, and that is, yes, you are brand new. Yes, you're still in the process of learning, but you're very eager, you're very hungry, you have like experience in whatever else you used to be doing before, and try to find a way to connect it to real estate like business. For example, I came from advertising, and that helped me so much in my real estate like career, because I always say like when you're working in real estate, when you're working with buyers, you're advertising your clients, and when you're working with sellers, you're advertising their properties,
Yes.
and like you find a way to bring any and all of your previous experiences into the real estate field and what you will be doing next, and make that stand out, and make them know that you're not overwhelmed by working with other clients. Like you only have one or two clients at the time. You will be spending your time, you will be doing putting all of your efforts in like making sure that they get the best deal, whatever it is, and that you successfully close their transaction. And most of all, like it will also bring your confidence, and you will see like once you become like more confident, all of these conversations will be so much like easier, and you will be able to turn many more of the leads into actual clients, and in the end like make as many closed transactions as possible. So don't forget, again, do the lead generation and concentrate on the scripts that will help you with that lead generation, and specifically to, for example, like Ashley and Safwan, use this opportunity that's very, very exciting right now to let everybody to let them know what you're doing now and how you're approaching business, and ask them specifically to think of you as their resource if they hear that anybody they know is looking to buy, sell, or lease, and assure them that you will be the most professional like agent out there. You will take the best possible care of their clients, and you will be very grateful and like for them supporting and referring you, and you will thank them appropriately in whichever way you think it is appropriate. And again, do not refuse business. Let them know that you have a strong team that you're working with, that you have great agents that you will be constantly in touch with, and don't ever lie like that you know something if you don't. You're like, if you're not sure about specific questions that they're asking you, if you're not sure what the correct answer is, be open about it. People will appreciate you being honest and genuine and just say, I'm not sure about it, but I want to find out exactly what the best answer is to your questions. Let me check and let me get back to you. And then contact your mentor, contact your coach, contact me or any of us. We're always happy to help. We know how it was at the very beginning when you just don't know anything and you don't want to appear stupid or that you don't know what you're doing, and you offer under pressure that you need to know the answer right away. And just know that you don't. Many of the agents that have been working in the field forever, many times don't always know every single answer. Just make sure that you address what your clients have questions about or concerns, to find the right answer for them and to get back to them in a timely manner. And once they start feeling confident working with you and getting their questions and their needs answered and tended to, they will feel comfortable working with you and recommending you also to their friends and family.
I have a quick question about lead generations. Do you have any idea about lead generation.com, bold leads? Do you trust these guys, or they try to sell you leads for money?
You're talking about the companies that sell you leads?
Yeah, like leadgeneration.com, bold leads. They email me every day to pay them money.
Listen, I will tell you something. Just think how you would react. I think, especially at the very beginning of your career, you're going to get business from the people you know, from the people you know well, from people who have experience working with you or knowing you so well that they know that you're a professional, that no matter what you do, that you're responsible, reliable, responsive person that they've trusted before, and they trust you that this new thing, this new journey that you're taking, you're going to be approaching it the same way. And these are going to be people who are going to be trusting you and sending the business your way. If you're doing calling and you're going for someone right now at this point of your career, you just don't have the track record. How is someone going to trust you? They're going to ask you how many transactions have you closed in last year? You don't have any. Do you really think you will be able to get them to trust you, which is the most important thing, and listen to you and work with you? My advice is, at this point, concentrate on your database, concentrate on your sphere, on the people that you're closest with, that you have had the best life and business experiences with, no matter what you've done before. Start from these people down to some casual contacts that you have, but my personal experience and the experience of many other agents that I know at the very beginning of your career, the business is going to be from the people that know you, that like you, and that trust you.
It's all about trust. That's what it, because people that don't know you, you're not gonna lie to them. You tell them I have no experience, they're gonna go for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like also like if you're like into cold calling, you really need to know what you're going to be talking about, you know, like because these people are not going to wait for you to get the answers from them, you know, like, and then, you know, like you also need to be that personality that can work with cold calling. I personally do not trust that it will work for you at this, you know, like point of your career.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. I also, at the very beginning of the chat, I put down all my information. I'll put it down again, like just in case someone turned it later. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm always happy to help, and we'll always respond and try to help you either with an answer or a resource or whatever it is. Happy to help, and I look forward to seeing you grow and develop your business, and hope to be working with you on some of the transactions in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you, and I hope I'll be able to meet you sometime in person as well. And hang in there. It's not easy, but be dedicated, and don't forget to lead generate every single day. Go to as many classes as you can, and try at least to stick to the Ignite in this, you know, like as it is scheduled, and to follow it day after day, so that in a few weeks you can get an overview of everything. And then I warmly recommend you to repeat the Ignite one more time, you know, like maybe next time around to do it again, because trust me, everything will become either like even more clear at that point. Like once you've been through the whole process, once you've had a little bit of experience of like talking to your people, getting their responses, you know, like using some of the scripts, and learn and practice your scripts every single day. That will bring you business. Thank you so much for being here. And I believe I'm teaching at least one more class of Ignite. So I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks again. And have a great long holiday weekend. And I look forward to seeing you around.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye.
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 Thanks so much, Dragana.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
See you soon.